Hey everyone, welcome back to Neonata's Coaching Corner. This is episode 10, and today I will be, as always, replying to social media posts as if I was coaching the person that made them. If you do want your own personalized coaching from me, then please check out my Patreon. There you can find just general support options, but also a digital commission where you can send in your questions or topics that you would like me to coach you on, and I would send back a video of me asking all these relevant questions and seeing how I can help you improve your life. In this episode, we are reading quite a beefy paragraph, so I'm just going to get stuck straight in and then we can break it down and talk it through together. I'm so lost in life, 28, female. I'm 28 and feel completely lost. I took a break from work almost a year ago because I wasn't happy, but now I have no job, no savings, and no clear direction. I spent my 20s trying to figure things out, but looking back, I feel like I wasted so much time. One of my biggest regrets is not travelling more. A few years ago, my boyfriend and I worked remotely from Madeira for 2 months, and I loved it. That experience made me realise how much I wanted a lifestyle of travel and remote work, but my boyfriend wasn't as keen on long-term travel, and instead of pushing forward with my dream, I made choices that tied me down. Now I look at people on Instagram who saved money, quit their jobs, and are travelling the world, and I can't help but feel like I missed my chance. I know it's not too late to make a change, and my boyfriend is super supportive. He even said I could go somewhere solo for a month if I wanted to. But part of me wonders if I would even enjoy it now, or I just feel like I'm trying to catch up on lost time. I live in Warsaw, which I never really liked, but moving to the suburbs near a forest has helped a little. Career-wise, I worked in corporate but hated it. Now I'm trying to figure out what's next, and I don't want to go back to a job I dislike just for the sake of stability. Has anyone else felt like this, like you're almost 30 and still don't know what you truly want? It seems like so many people my age have careers, businesses, and exciting experiences abroad, and I just feel stuck. Would love to hear from others who have been through something similar. How did you move forward? Whew. That is a lot to unpack, so I'm just going to take this paragraph by paragraph. There are 5 paragraphs, so let's go back to the first one. 28, I'm feeling completely lost in life. I took a break from work almost a year ago because I wasn't happy, but now I have no job, no savings, no clear direction. I don't know if that's something... My first question that springs to mind is, why did this person take a break from work? I don't feel like many people can say that they're 100% happy within their jobs, but they just kind of roll with it because that's the way that they need to earn money to do other things in life, such as travel outside of, obviously, their working hours. I have no job, no savings, no clear direction. So first of all, I would say that clearing up the no job would fix the no savings, and then you really do need to sit down and figure out your plan in life, because the longer you sit there and think about how much you regret not doing things earlier, the more time you're wasting where you could have been able to do something about it and fix it sooner. I spent my 20s trying to figure things out, but looking back, I feel like I wasted so much time. This is like the perfect type of person that would benefit with a coach. We could talk all this through, figure out what she's trying to figure out what she is regretting that she didn't do in her 20s by trying to figure things out, and see what direction she needs to go in from here. What direction does she want to go in? There's no examples of what this person wants to do. It's only about regretting not travelling at the moment. And having no job is not really helping, because that means that this person has no money to fund herself, fund her travels, fund anything that she wants in life. So she's just regretting everything instead of learning from her mistakes and picking up now. One of my biggest regrets is not travelling more. A few years ago, my boyfriend and I worked remotely from Madeira for 2 months and I loved it. So, what prompted that? What did you like? Why did it stop? Why are you now not working remotely? Because why don't you just go and try and find another job that does that? Or did you go there and find the job that benefited being able to live in Madeira at the same time? I'm just very confused at the background of this. Like, was this a previous job to the job that she took a break from? And if so, how did the job in Madeira stop? Was it short term? Was it temporary? What was going on there? That experience made me realise how much I wanted a lifestyle of travel and remote work. Great, that's a goal. Work towards it. But my boyfriend wasn't as keen on long-term travel, and instead of pushing forward with my dream, I made choices that tied me down. My head instantly springs towards potentially buying a house with this man, the thought of marriage, a dog, a family, but a property, if it's a property like buying a house, it's not going to be a tough thing to overcome because you've got an asset. You can change your mortgage to a buy-to-let, so you can let someone rent it while you're traveling and away, while still earning money from it. It's not like it's sat there doing nothing. It'd be different if you were renting. Why isn't your boyfriend keen, and also why has he changed his mind since working remotely in Madeira? And has this impacted your feeling about wanting to travel because your boyfriend doesn't want to and you would potentially feel lonely or want someone to go with? On a second note, would you want to go traveling with a friend instead? Would that be a good enough swap? And has your boyfriend influenced your decisions on being tied down because it's something that he doesn't want, and yet you want to travel, but just because he doesn't, you've forfeited your life and life goals for him? If that's so, I really think and suggest that you need to have a sit down with yourself and think, if your boyfriend wasn't a part of your life, how would your life look? What would your goals be? And start really taking some time to develop yourself where you're comfortable with just being by yourself. Make sure that you're spending time one-on-one with yourself as well, where you enjoy being alone, you've developed yourself not needing to rely on other people, so that you have the potential to go and travel without your boyfriend. And by the way, whoever's watching and is going through something like this, just because someone doesn't want to do something doesn't mean that that's a no for you as well. You just keep going and you go without them. And if they're still willing to support you, wonderful. And if they don't, they're not a supportive environment for you to thrive in, so cut them out. Now I look at other people on Instagram who saved money, quit their jobs, and are traveling the world, and I can't help but feel like I missed my chance. However, looking at this on social media, you really need to question, are you just feeling regret because their lives are culturally rich, or is that something that you genuinely want to be able to be a part of? I know it's not too late to make a change, and my boyfriend is super supportive. He even said I could go somewhere solo for a month if I wanted to. Great. But part of me wonders if I would even enjoy it now, or if I just feel like I'm trying to catch up on lost time. The more you think about it and the more you question your choices instead of just going for something like this, the more regretful you'll feel, because you still don't know. No matter how long you sit and ponder for this topic, you will never know unless you just go and do it. Just go and take like a short-term trip somewhere, whether that's just on holiday. First of all, get a job. Get some money behind you. Then make a plan on taking a small solo trip somewhere. See if you just enjoy being away from your boyfriend alone and whether you can stick it. Then, if you enjoy it, go and find jobs that you can travel abroad doing. Whether that's remote, you can be a freelancer and work from anywhere and still do jobs. And you could be successful doing that. It's so much better having money to be able to fund your dreams or your potential dreams. Maybe they don't work out, maybe your dreams change, but you don't know until you've tried. And just go. Just go and enjoy the world if that's what you think that you like. Career-wise, I worked in corporate but hated it. Now I'm trying to figure out what's next, but I don't want to go back to a job I dislike for the sake of stability. Sometimes you have to have the stability first to get yourself to a point where you don't need it anymore. It doesn't mean that you are going to be stable forever and going to be in corporate forever. It just means that it's there while you need it until you don't need it anymore. Plus, if you don't have any sort of stability to begin with, how are you expecting yourself to get stable, to remain a different kind of stable? I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't see any other way of how you can go abroad and fund yourself with no money, no savings, and no boyfriend. So I think you need the stability to start yourself off abroad. Has anyone else felt like this, like you're almost 30 and still don't know what you truly want? It seems like so many people my age have careers, businesses, and exciting experiences abroad, but I just feel stuck. I think you're a bit unsure on being alone. Number one, that you're lacking confidence, and you also don't have the stability to feel stable to go and do something. You definitely need a job, I would say, or some form of earning money so that you're able to afford going abroad. Otherwise, how are you ever going to start and know without taking that step? Maybe you're even procrastinating going to do something because of the fear of failure. You need to build up your resilience, make sure that your support network is correct. Maybe even go abroad with a friend so it's not your boyfriend and you don't rely on him as much, and see how you go from there. But I don't know, just not having a job is not the right way to do it. You'll probably need a job to fund doing this as a job. You could even, if you really wanted to, go abroad and make content out of it. So you become a content creator about traveling. You never know. But unless you try different things and find out a way that works for you, then you might never know on how to progress in your life. But this is what the importance of goals are for, because you just need to have goals to move forward, move on with your life, and track your progress as well. Otherwise you're going to be unmotivated, unsure on where you're going, and just stay in a state of insecurity until that point. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that you can figure out what your next step is and how to get to your ultimate goal of traveling, if that is what you choose to do. If you have any comments or any questions around this topic, then please leave them in the comment section below. I am going to leave this episode here, so if you did enjoy, then please leave a like and a subscribe on my channel, and await my next ones, which will be on Friday this week, and obviously the week after as normal. If you haven't already, please go and check out my gaming channel and my website, which is both linked in my channel's bio. You can probably find some good, interesting packages there, and don't forget to check out my Patreon as well, where you can find digital commissions that you might be able to use if you want to send any questions to me. Other than that, I will see you all next time, and I hope you have a good day. Bye everyone.